In 7 News Flashback, Brisbane's tornado. It remains Australia's most destructive. The twister carved a trail of despair through the western suburbs, south side and Bayside on a Sunday night, just as people were watching the evening news on TV.
Not Midwest America, but Brisbane, Australia. The most damaging tornado in the nation's history captured on 8mm film. Remarkable in an era before we carried video cameras in our pockets. Frightened residents emerged from the destruction.
All of a sudden the lights went off and
we raced into the bathroom.
The storm
I read somewhere, I think, some government thing, wasn't it? You're supposed to race in the bathroom or the smallest room in the house.
No one was killed, but plenty of people were injured. Volunteers rushed to help. Queensland's civil defence was mobilised. Until this night, their only role in Brisbane was in case of nuclear war. The organisation was soon renamed the State Emergency Service. The scale of the destruction was a shock. Homes had been blown off foundations. Other houses were torn apart.
And what about your furniture? Where'd that finish up?
Just have a look, mate, down the gully.
From the air, the twister's track was clear. A narrow path of destruction between 100 and 230 metres wide. It had travelled an incredible 51 kilometres across Brisbane. The twister first touched down at Brookfield, then passed through Kenmore Hills and Indooroopilly. It moved onto Brisbane's south side at Yeronga, destroying businesses. Then it headed south, straight over the Maruka Bowls Club. The new suburb of McGregor was next on the hit list. Its high school was torn apart. The system continued east over 8 Mile Plains, across to Victoria Point, and out to Moreton Bay. 500 homes lost their roofs. 1,390 were damaged. 500 were declared structurally unsafe.
Wind gust something like 300 kilometres per hour. In some of those suburbs on the track, the walls were actually blown out as well as the roof taken out.
Tornadoes are rated on a scale from 0 to 5, with 5 being the most intense. Brisbane's twister of 1973 is officially classified as a Category 3 system. That rating was based on the analysis of damage. F3 systems are strong enough to remove entire levels of well-constructed homes, like this one in Crest Garden Street, McGregor. Upstairs, only the toilet was left. Today, the sign has been straightened and the house rebuilt. Thankfully, the suburbs the tornado passed over were not densely developed in 1973.
That same track today would be absolutely catastrophic because it's much more populated.